Hello, a warm welcome to Newsline. I am Jennifer Igwe. Thank you for joining us. How we manage emotions is important. A wrong approach could foster self-destructive behaviors with consequences that can spiral out of control. Many scenarios in our society today, in one way or the other, are linked to poor management of emotions or reactions from extreme cases. With help from experts, this can be addressed, particularly for those with borderline personality disorder. Our correspondent has a feature on this, and it is worth watching. Then we have an update on the trending story on the social media about a wife who allegedly murdered her husband over infidelity. The police is still investigating the matter to unravel the mystery behind the tragic incident. Our correspondent visited the community where it happened. Then, the Egypt pyramids, according to history, were built in an era when Egypt was regarded as one of the richest and most powerful civilizations in the world. The shape, structure, and massive size of the pyramids have histories worth learning about. Stay tuned to find out more on this and the ancient Egyptian society. And of course, what is Newsline without initiatives of brands and joyful impact on lives? We are ready to roll our must-watch stories, but that will be right after the news segment, and Elizabeth Omori is on standby. Hello, Lizzie.
And supporting continuous legal education for legal practitioners. The problems we see in our courtrooms today, unfortunately, are those that emanate from inadequate or defective legal training. In some instances, from the basic levels of instruction.
Describing the system of justice as a public resource and lawyers and judges as paid operators, the Vice President notes that not being effective is failing the people.
I think it's time to commit to calling out those whose actions demean the rank of senior advocate and ensure that they are brought before the appropriate disciplinary body.
We all have a stake in the assured good health and prosperity of the legal institution and all its members, not least the distinguished senior advocates.
To say for the umpteenth time that those who still think they can toy with the judiciary and go scot-free should begin to have a rethink.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo also attended a fundraising by the Yobe College Old Boys Association for the development of infrastructure and other needs of the college, which is being run by a board in conjunction with Methodist and Anglican Church after the school was returned to original owners by the Bola Tinubu administration. In Lagos, Jude Onifade, NTA News.
The presidency has given further clarification on the circumstances that necessitated the cancellation of President Buhari's visit to Gusau, Zamfara State last Thursday. A statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President, Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, says, as briefly explained by the President in a special broadcast to the people of the state, the sudden decline in weather was the sole reason for the cancellation of the visits. The statement adds that it is not unusual for flights to get cancelled when there is bad weather arising from wind, rainstorm and haze, as was experienced on Thursday over much of the northern towns, including Gusau, capital of Zamfara State. Many of these cities are known to suffer from low visibility during the Harmattan season, as we are in right now. Our kilometer of visibility is usually a standard landing minimum requirement, but in the case of Gusau, on the day in question, the visibility was between 300 to 400 meters, as against 1,000 meters required. Clearly, this was unsafe in the absence of precise instrument approaches to provide guidance for the pilots. Given the right weather condition and all other things, the President will return and in time accomplish his mission. It is no doubt that everyone wants to live their lives in comfort and style. The Prince Builders, a premium real estate developer, is creating this home satisfaction for discerning customers with luxury apartments in Abuja. Olabode Arewa reports.
It is a common belief that owning a house is a good investment, but living in luxury and in a choice environment is better. This philosophy is the guiding principle behind the various real estate projects embarked upon by the Prince Luxury Builders, a real estate outfit with estates in Lagos, Nasarawa, and Edo states. Now, the firm is in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, to develop a new land and housing project in the Yobe area, where it is offering prime plots at very attractive rates to the public.
You're going to enjoy a serene and peaceful environment featuring perimeter fencing, good access road, and this estate we can boast of steady power supply.
Ijoma Chidi and Samson Ukweju are two investors who have been long-term patrons of the company.
I patronized them. I bought, the first time I bought one of their estates in Obage in Benin City, that was 4 years back. And up to today, I don't have issues.
Whenever I buy a property from the Prince Builder, I don't have any issue. It's just built.
Following the success of the Yobe housing project, the Prince Luxury Builders has also gone ahead to embark on the second phase of the Benin scheme.
We are welcoming investors from different sectors to come to Edo State to come and assist the government in developing the state. Today, Prince Builder have come and they are settled in the real estate sector and is doing very well.
In Benin, in this estate, we are preparing to have 200 housing units in this estate. It is first of its kind.
Leveraging on his 14 years experience, the Prince Luxury Builders is set to change the environment of real estate for the better. It is located at number 10, Durban Street, Wuse 2, and is already attracting investors. Olabode Arewa, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari joins the entertainment industry to rejoice with renowned songwriter, singer and journalist Onyeka Onwenu, also known as the Elegant Stallion, as she celebrates her 70th birthday. The president congratulates the multiple award-winning artist and actress for leading a life that inspires both the young and old, and affirms Onwenu's creativity, sincerity of purpose, and diligence that continue to bring glory to the country. Starting out as an NTA presenter and reporter that caught the world's attention by putting a spotlight on corruption in the 80s and releasing songs with great social and moral impact. President Buhari celebrates the fresh ideas and institutional reforms she brought into public service while serving as former Executive Director, Chief Executive Officer of the National Center for Women Development and Chairperson of Imo State Council for Arts and Culture. President Buhari prays for God to bless Onwenu with long life and good health. Talking health now, the federal government says it is galvanizing interventions and increasing funding towards reducing Nigeria's high rate of tropical diseases. Minister of State for Health, Olorunmibe Mamora, made this known at a ministerial media briefing to commemorate the 2022 World Neglected Tropical Disease Day in Nigeria. Oluseyi Adiagbo reports.
Neglected tropical diseases, NTDs, are a diverse group of conditions that are widespread in the world's poorest regions where water safety, sanitation, and access to health care are substandard. Out of the 20 NTDs identified by the World Health Organization, Nigeria accounts for 14, having been certified a Guinea worm-free nation in 2013. Though preventable and treatable, findings by the Federal Ministry of Health indicates that more than 120 million Nigerians are at the risk of one neglected disease or the other. The 2022 NTD Day, the third in this series, has as theme achieving health equity to end the neglect of poverty-related diseases.
We must focus more on how we mobilize domestic resources to really key into the Kigali Declaration in terms of ending NTDs this decade.
So I want to encourage the federal government, state governments, individuals, community, and local governments to work on surveillance, on testing, on treatment of NTZ, and to learn more about these diseases to end the silent epidemic they caused.
High point of the event was the unveiling of the landscape analysis on neglected tropical diseases, NTDs, water, sanitation and hygiene, WASH, as well as behavior change communication in Nigeria to help guide strategic design, planning and implementation approaches. 30th of January every year is set aside as World's Neglected Tropical Diseases Day to create awareness on their existence. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
The Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian National Petroleum Company NNPC Limited, Mele Kolokiari, will on Monday, January 31, 2022, deliver the 30th convocation lecture of the Federal University of Technology, MENA. The event, themed Energy Transition and Energy Accessibility, the New Paradigm, will hold at the Federal University of Technology, MENA, at the University Auditorium Main Campus, Gidankwana, by 4 p.m. The university will also, on Wednesday, 2nd of February 2022, award honorary doctorate degrees to 4 eminent Nigerians in recognition of their contributions to national development. The distinguished Nigerians are General Abdulsalami Abubakar, GCFR, former head of state, Federal Republic of Nigeria; Dr. Akiomi Additional, CON, President, African Development Bank; Mele Kolokiari, Group Managing Director, NNPC Limited; and Abdul Samad Rabiu, CON, Founder and Chairman, Boa Group. Zamfara State Government has temporarily converted all boarding primary and post-primary schools in the state to day schools as part of new measures to ensure safety of students and teachers. The State Commissioner for Information, Ibrahim Dosara, announced this while giving an update on the recent reopening of the schools after the prolonged closure. Jamilu Ibrahim has more.
And post-primary schools had been shut down in Zamfara State for more than 5 months, following some incidents of students kidnapping in Talata Mafara and Marado local government areas of the state. As the security situation improves, the state government has ordered for the reopening of the schools mostly located at the local government headquarters, effective from Monday 17th of January 2022. Accordingly, academic activities have resumed in all schools within Gusau metropolis as teachers and students were sighted in classes with lessons going on. Some of the students and teachers who spoke with NTA News expressed happiness over the school's resumption and the security measures put in place to guarantee their safety.
With this resumption, everybody came in with a very icy morale.
Meanwhile, Zamfara State Government has announced the conversion of all boarding primary and post-primary schools in the state to day schools as part of the new strategy to ensure safety of students and teachers. The State Commissioner for Information, Ibrahim Dosara, said the schools located in areas that are categorized as red will remain closed until the security situation improves.
Community school security committees were set up in each of the schools, where parents and the school officials are putting heads together to ensure the security of lives of the students.
Zamfara State Government has also announced the recruitment of additional teachers to engage the students in extramural lessons as part of effort to make up what they missed during the 5-month period of the school's closure. In Gusau, Jamilu Ibrahim, NTA News.
Nigerians have been urged to live peacefully with one another irrespective of their ethno-social, religious background for socio-economic development of the country. Yobe State Government and the leadership of the Christian Association of Nigeria CAN made the call while debunking a fake news suggesting that the state is experiencing violent crisis. Yunusa Sulaiman tells us more.
Peace, tranquility and harmony are the proper terms can be best used to describe the current atmosphere in Yobe State, with people going about their legitimate activities, as evident in commercial and worship centers in Damaturu and other parts of the state. The situation is contrary to what has been circulated on social media platforms recently that the state is boiling. In their swift reactions to the trending news which they describe as fake, the Yobe State Governor, Mai Malabuni, through his spokesman, and the state leadership of the Christian Association of Nigeria CAN, said the misleading post is the handiwork of mischief makers meant to cause disharmony in the state and the country in general.
Yobe is peaceful, and Christians in Yobe have never had it like this one before, where the governor is running an inclusive government.
Well, the general situation of Christian community in Yobe State right now at the moment, I can say we are peaceful and we're enjoying the relative peace that God has given us through the government.
While reacting to the development, Yobe State Police Command in a statement described the news in circulation as an outright fabrication and urged Nigerians to disregard it, reiterating its commitment to providing a safe and secure environment for growth and development of the state. In Damatru, Yunusa Suleiman, NTA News.
Now let's talk ethics. The press, mainstream and social media should adhere strictly to the ethics of the broadcasting profession if practitioners desire to be accorded the respect due them. That was the consensus of past and present media practitioners at the presentation of a book in Lagos titled Issues in Fourth and Fifth Estates of the Realm. First shrift on Professor Ralph Afolabi Akinfeleye, a renowned broadcaster and former lecturer at the University of Lagos. Annie Daniels reports.
Gathered in this hall are education experts and broadcasters who are concerned about the turn of events in the broadcasting industry. To right the wrong, Professor Ralph Afolabi Akinfeleye, a foremost global journalism scholar and mass communication executive, came up with the book, Issues in Fourth and Fifth Estates of the Realm. The 928-paged book is an encyclopedia on mass communication and its various adjuncts. It is divided into 7 parts.
The main themes of his scholarship, his many engagements within and outside the university community, his contribution to knowledge and the training of journalists, his humanism and generosity of purpose.
The author, Professor Ralph Afolabi Akinfeleye, hinged the corruption and success of fake news in the media on certain inadequacies in the structure and workings of the media in society.
In our judgment, I want to appeal to the mainstream media people to unchain themselves and to get the news process as fast as possible.
There were goodwill messages.
We can get to the promised land if and only if we are prepared to pay the price for intellectualism.
Professor Akinfeleye's success story spans about 40 years in the media space. A former lecturer and head of department, mass communication, University of Lagos. He spearheaded the establishment of Unilag radio and TV stations. He has several publications to his credit and a member to national and international academic societies and organizations. In Lagos, Annie Daniels, NTA News.
Into sports, Egypt denies Morocco first semi-final Africa Cup of Nations appearance in 7. Thank you, Gift. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has condoled with the government and people of Katsina State over the death of the mother of a business mogul, Dahiru Barau Mangal. Awal Haliri reports that the Vice President, accompanied by Governor Aminu Bello Masari, also paid homage to the Emir of Katsina and mother to late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua.
Vice President, while condoling with the family, described late Marjabara Umangal as a mother who impacted positively on the life of people in the state. He says the death is a great loss not only to the family, but to the state and her community. He expressed heartfelt condolences to the government and people of Katsina State and prayed to Almighty Allah to grant her soul eternal rest and for the family the fortitude to bear the loss.
People who need help, she was there for them. She gave of everything she had. She could continue to contribute. I've been told that since she died, there has been sadness everywhere. And it's because of the kind of person that she was. A woman who served her community, served her people all through her life.
The elder son of the deceased, Dahiru Bara Umangal, on behalf of the family, appreciates the Vice President for the condolence. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, in company of Governor Aminu Bello Masari, condoled with the Emir of Katsina Abdulmumuni Kabir Usman over the death of late Marja Mangal and those who lost their lives to the security challenges in the state. He told the Emir and other traditional rulers that the federal government is doing all possible to ensure adequate security all over the country.
The Gazette has now been issued
further ordered that bandits should be classified as terrorists. This is to enable security agencies to take more stringent action against them. They've now been officially designated as terrorists.
The Emir Abdulmumin Kabir Usman urged people to cooperate with the federal government in its desire to bring about significant changes in the security situation. The Vice President also visited the mother of late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. In Katsina, Awal Halaru, NTA News.
And that's the news segment. A quick reminder that the campaign against rape and rapists is still on. Take action today. And don't forget, you can follow us live on our website, nta.ng/live, YouTube, NTA News Online, Facebook, NTA Network News, and Twitter at NTA News Now. Let's take a first break. Jennifer will be back with interesting stories you wouldn't want to miss.